What up, what up, what up, what up, everybody? We about to get this questionnaire going. We about to get it popping. We gonna read this joint. Let's go. While we at it, let's go ahead and let's go ahead. If you want to support the page, the super chat is at the bottom of the screen. My Cash App is $official DanaJay. And my tip jar, the link is in the top of the chat box. But the tip jar is https://streamelements.com/DanaJay presents. Just hit the link, the underlying link. Thank you all in advance. Let's go ahead and hit that like button as you come in, as you going out. Now, what's funny to me is this right here. I ain't even get started and got 6 dislikes already. So the question is, who are you here for? Are you here for DanaJay or are you here for Robert Sylvester Kelly? Because if you're here for Robert Sylvester Kelly, I shouldn't have no dislikes. If you're here for DanaJay, then yeah, I want y'all to dislike everything. Because what y'all do don't make me sugar honey iced tea. But what I am going to do, because I had a song in mind and I seen the way people act, before I even get started, I'm going to do y'all like this. Look, why do y'all wait until I go live and start texting me? I'm live, fool. Stop texting me. Sorry about that. That's one of the homies hitting me. Like, yo, what. Man, look, I don't got time for that. So, I'm about to play a song real quick. That's going to put me in the mood. I got 8 dislikes. For the dislikes, man. Yeah, that's what I feel about y'all. Let's go. Hold on. Wait a minute. I don't even know if I want to do that now. My mind is going every which way. Like, I really feel like doing one thing, but then my mind be like, do this. But then it'd be like, do that. You feel me? So my mind is just like going every which way right now. I'm trying to figure out what should I play. Let's go R. Kelly Underground. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out what should I play. But I thank everybody for being here. Oh my God, man. Y'all don't know how much this means to me. I have 32 people, which is cool. It's not what I'm used to. But hey, I guess everybody doing what they doing, you know. So, I'm getting everything ready. This is weird. Your body's calling. Be right here. This is weird. A lot of my stuff that I have is here, except for 2 songs. Wow. So, how was y'all day so far? Let's get some conversation going before I start. How was y'all day so far? Maybe that's the problem. I forgot the name of the song. Dana. Yo, my mind just went blank. Just that quick. Okay, here we go. I'm going to go here.
I'm just as good as dead. I'm good as dead. Whoa, girl, you shot me down to my knees, yeah. Since you took away from me, and I'm holding on to the hopes that you will lead to. Although I feel I've lost you further, I will believe that you still love me. Girl, say you do, say you do, say you do, say you do, say you still love me. You shot me in the heart. Oh yeah, and I've been dying since we've been apart. Oh, shooter, I don't think I'm gonna make it. No, I'm just as good as dead. See, I neglected the fact that your love was precious, and I should have took more better care of me. And now every minute you go, but I see that you're dying alone, and I wish that I could have dodged that bullet and you leaving me. Shooter, you shot me in the heart.
Say it later, what you gonna do now? Hope you're ready, cause I'm really about to put it down. Girl, you know that I will never disrespect you. We love tomorrow, but tonight I wanna spank you. That ass count, gotta make it last now. Start off slow, then I'ma beat it up. Hate on me, but no. Try to say stop when the beat say go. There you go again, that voice is to make your girlfriend go. Come on, come on, come on. You've been waiting patiently, wondering when and where I be. After causing ruckus in the industry, making this so she can't sleep.
I've been dying since we've been apart, yeah. Oh, shooter, oh, I don't think that I'm gonna make it. No, no, no. I'm just as good as dead.
Just reminiscing. Hey, Mama Mary, how you doing? I know I've been saying I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna call you today, Mama Mary. We gotta talk. Y'all, you know it's time. It's getting close. It's getting close. So, the government put their questions in. Excuse me. The defense put their questions in and revisions. They both revise each other questions that should be asked on the questionnaire. Well, today we're going to find out what the final questionnaires are. All right? So what I'll say is, you know, some people just don't learn. Okay. Some people just don't learn. I'll deal with that when I finish here. I promise you I will. Thank you for sending me that. But if you can you please refrain from sending me anything else while I'm live? That's very distracting. Loving the King R&B is back. Check your messenger. I'm trying to get everything out before I start because I don't want to... Okay. All right. So, y'all know it's going to be something funny later on. I'll deal with that later on. That's cool. So, now all of a sudden I'm doxing people. Anyway, I'll deal with that later on. So, what we have is the basis and the questions that's going to be asked from the defense, the government, for the people. Now, what we have to determine is, are these questions fair? And on what basis are they fair on? You know, since people want to talk about brush my teeth and, yo, my teeth is white. No problem. I have the type of computer where it can shine through. Just like you see my hand. You see that? And because I have a ring light, I have a real ring light that shines UVI rays or UVA, one of them two. You get the feedback. See? The same feedback. One thing I'm going to say, and before I get started, is you can see all my teeth. You can see the feedback from me being clean and it shining through. Can you open your mouth and smile? Oh, you're going to get it later. So, it's Friday anyway, too. Oh, my God. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be ugly. So, we have to determine, is it right or is it wrong? Are these questions really needed for this trial? Let's get into the questions. Let's get into the questions.
She Damn, son, what's your ways? I admit I help so many people, and I'm saying damn people turn fake. I admit it was so hard to focus. I didn't go to classes. I admit that I dropped out of school. I admit that I wasn't that cool. I admit I just feel like retiring. Admit I just don't feel like trying. But all my roommates around me keep telling me, girls, fuck that you gotta keep climbing. I admit it, I did. I done fuck with a couple of fags. I admit I'm a gift and a curse. I admit that I don't go to church. I admit it, I made it. I admit it, I did it. I admit it, I did. I admit it, I did it.
United States of America versus Robert Sister Kelly, known as R. Kelly. The Honorable A.M. Donnelly, United States District Judge, United States District Court for the Eastern District of New York, 225 Camden Plaza, East Brooklyn, New York. This page is the questionnaire cover sheet. Please tear this off. Tear this page and take it with you. After you are excused today, please call the following telephone number on blah, 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 blah. After such and such. Upon calling, you will receive instructions about the date on which you are to report back to court. It is extremely important that you know the juror number written on the top of this form when you make your call. Thank you. Phone number 1-800-XXX. United States versus Robert Sister Kelly. Juror questionnaire. The answers to the questions on this page will be disclosed only to the appropriate court personnel as directed by the presiding judge. Please print the following information. You got to print your name. You got to print your name, your home address, your home phone, your job title and department, business address, cellular phone. I hereby certify that the foregoing information and all of the answers in this questionnaire are true, correct, and complete to the best of my knowledge. There's a date, there's a signature. Here we go. United States of versus Robert Sister Kelly. Confidential juror questionnaire instructions to the prospective juror. Welcome to the courthouse, and thank you for participating in jury service. This questionnaire is an important part of the jury selection process. You are sworn to give complete and truthful answers under penalties of perjury. To the questions that follow, all of the information you provided will be kept confidential and will be seen only by the judge, the clerk's office, and the members of the prosecution and defense teams. Citizens in our community hold a wide variety of views and have had different life experiences that inform their feelings and views on different topics. We are genuinely interested in learning your views and feelings on a variety of issues and questions. There are no right or wrong answers to these questions. Just be candid. Be candid and truthful. Please answer each question by placing a check next to the correct response and by providing the information requested. Please take your time and answer each question as fully as possible. Answer all questions. If a question does not apply to you, fill in the space with an NA for not applicable. Do not leave your any answer blank. Write in dark ink and as legibly as possible. Please do not write on the back of any page. If you need extra space, you may continue your answer in the space provided at the end of the questionnaire. On the remaining pages of the questionnaire, please do not provide any specific names or addresses or any information that may identify you or members of your family. It is a common practice followed in many cases in federal court, especially where there may be media attention to the case. to keep the names and identities of the jurors in confidence. This is in no way unusual. The court directs you not to discuss this questionnaire or your answers with friends, family, co-workers, court personnel, or anyone else. It is important that the answers you provide are yours and yours alone. From this point forward, the court further directs you not to read, watch, or listen to any news about this case, including all media sources such as TV, radio, newspaper, online sites, blogs, social media, YouTube, Google searches, etc. You are not to discuss this case with anyone, including your family. You may not research this case or the people involved. Do not research any of the facts presented in this questionnaire. Any prior court proceedings, the victims, the defendant, the lawyers, and or the judge through any resource, including the internet, media publications, or any other source of information. Jury service is one of the most important duties a citizen can be called on to perform. You will be fulfilling your civic duty by responding completely and honestly during jury selection. Your participation and cooperation in this process is greatly appreciated. The Honorably, Ann M. Donnelly. Here we go. Jury questionnaire. This questionnaire is designed to help simplify and expedite the jury selection process. You must give true and complete answers to all questions. Although some of the questions may appear to be of a personal nature, please understand that these questions will help the parties and the court select a fair and impartial jury. Part of the selection process depends on the ability and promise to follow the law as it is explained by the court. Thus, some of the questions include descriptions of legal principles and asks whether you can concisely follow them. The defendant, Robert Sylvester Kelly, is charged with racketeering in violation of Title 18, United States Code, Sections 1962C and 1963, for his alleged role as the leader of an enterprise, the enterprise, and is alleged to have engaged in racketeering acts, including robbery, sexual exploitation of a child, kidnapping, transportation of minors, and other individuals for the purpose of engaging in illegal sexual activity, illegal coercion, and enticement of individuals and forced labor. Mr. Kelly is also charged with violation of the Mann Act, including the transportation of individuals, including a minor, for the purpose of engaging in illegal sexual activity, and illegal coercion and enticement of individuals, including a minor, in violation of 18 United States Code Section 2421A, 2422A, and B, and 2423A. Mr. Kelly has pleaded not guilty to all of the charges. It is the government's burden to prove Mr. Kelly's guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. With respect to each charge, this is just a summary of the charges to give you some background on the case. The court will instruct the jury as to the elements of the crimes charged and the applicable law at a more appropriate time during trial. Confidential jury questionnaire. What is your current age? Are you male, female, non-binary, or other? Oh, here we go. Number 2, here's the question. Are you male, female? I know some people want to know what non-binary means. Non-binary is, do you classify yourself as transgender or other, which is gay? Where do you live? Where do you currently live? Country, neighborhood. How long have you lived there? Where did you live before that? How long did you live there? Where were you born? Where were you raised? Where else have you lived? Please include neighborhoods and any foreign countries. Do you own or rent your home? Are you currently employed, full-time, employed part-time, employed more than one job, self-employed, a homemaker, retired, a student, unemployed looking for work, unemployed not looking for work, disabled? 12. If you are currently a student, what is your area of study? 13. If you are employed, describe your current occupation and job duties. Wow. Do not list the name or location of employment. If you are currently retired or otherwise without a job, please write that and then complete information below for your last job. I got a question. If this is only going to the judge, the clerk, the defense team, and the prosecution team, why do this matter? Why do it matter if I list the location and the name of my job if it's only going to the people who not supposed to be coming after me? Make it make sense. This gives me the assumption that they're going to be showing this to more than just the people that they named. This just gives me the assumption. What other types of jobs have you held throughout your life? That's personal. And your work, have you ever managed, directed, or supervised others? Yes or no? If yes, how many people have you managed, directed, or supervised? It's none of your business. If yes, how long have you been a supervisor? How far did you go in school? Wow. List any degrees or certificates. If you've attended college or graduate school, what did you study? Other than English, what languages do you speak? Would others describe you as open-minded or willing to listen to and assess different viewpoints? Have you attended any concerts within the past 10 years? Yes or no? If yes, please state which group or performance you saw, where, and approximately when. Have you ever served in any branch of the armed forces of the United States, including the military, reserves, National Guard, or ROTC? Yes or no? If yes, please state the branch of service, how many years you served, the highest rank you attained, whether you were honorably discharged, and summarize any special training you received. Have you or any close family member even been self-employed or owned your own business? Yes, you. Yes, family, or no. Without listing the names of any people or businesses, describe the kind of business, your relationship to the person who owned it, and how far along, and for how long. 23. What special skills or hobbies and or interests do you have, including foreign travel or membership in the clubs, groups, or organizations, including civic, social, union, professional, fraternal, recreational, volunteer, or religious? Are you currently a member of any church, synagogue, mosque, temple, or do you participate in any other religious organization? Yes or no? Do you or have you held any leadership positions in any such church, synagogue, mosque, temple? If yes, briefly describe such positions. Do your religion beliefs affect your ability to sit in judgment of others? Yes or no? What is your current relationship status, and how long have you had that status? Please describe your spouse, partner, significant other's occupation, job, duties, and highest level of education. Please do not list his or her place of employment. Do you have any children? Yes or no? If yes, please list the following for each. Please include children you are currently raising or have ever raised, even if they are not your biological children. My question is why? Why should I state all of that? Why? Let's look at these questions. Let me see. Natalie said, "I do not agree with you, Dana." Okay. They need to know how those people tick. All the questions give a picture about the person. They are important. So you knowing if I'm single or if I'm taken gives a picture of what I'm going to say when I get on the jury stand? I'm just trying to figure out something. Because I want to know, how is that giving a picture? How is you knowing it if I'm in a relationship and for how long and what my status is giving a picture? Because I'm coming for a job. I'm coming for a job. I'm not coming to be interviewed about my personal life. Jury duty is a civic job, not a personal intervention. You not wanting me to list the jobs that my spouse or that I have, but you want me to list the kids and the kids' age and the highest level of education? That don't make sense. I'm just saying, it's not making sense. If you're going to do something like that, do it all the way. Don't subpart. Ooh-wee. Oh, we're going to break this up in parts. I got 26 pages. That means I got 20 pages left. I'm going to go to 10. Then we're going to stop. Then we're going to come back later. I'm going to do 10 more. And then tomorrow, we're going to do the remaining 6. That's a lot of reading. Knowledge of the case and people. There have been media reports about this case. We are interested in what you have heard or read, if anything. The case for which you are summoned involves the defendant, Robert Sylvester Kelly, also known as R. Kelly. Have you read, seen, or heard anything about the case, the alleged crimes, or people involved? Yes or no? Sounds familiar but unsure. If yes, please describe in detail what you recall reading, seeing, or hearing about the defendant, the alleged crimes, the court proceedings, or the people involved, regardless of whether you believe this information is accurate or not. If you need additional space, please use the additional comment page at the end of this document. Have you read, seen, or heard about Robert Kelly, also known as R. Kelly? Yes or no? Unsure. If yes, please describe in detail what you recall reading, seeing, or hearing about Robert Kelly, also known as R. Kelly, and your views or feelings about that information. Have you watched or heard any interviews of Robert Kelly or any TV shows featuring him? Or any specials or documentaries about him? Yes, no. If yes, please describe. What were your general impressions? From what you've seen, read, or heard, do you have a general impression about the defendant? Very negative, somewhat negative, neutral, somewhat positive, very positive, other. Why do you feel that way? Have you ever talked about or overheard discussions about any aspects of this case or discussed it online, for example, on social media? Yes, no, unsure. If yes, please describe what was said, including any opinions you express. Have you ever read or posted opinions online related to this case or the people involved? Yes, no. If yes, please describe. 35. Have you ever posted opinions online about any court proceeding? Yes, no. If yes, please describe. This case involves allegations related to someone who is known publicly as a result of his profession in the music and entertainment business. Is there anything about the fact that the defendant is a celebrity or a public figure that would make it hard for you to be a fair and impartial juror? Yes, no. If yes, why? The defendant is charged with leading an enterprise, which is alleged to have engaged in conduct in robbery, kidnapping, sexual abuse, exploitation of minors, transportation of minors, and other individuals for the purpose of engaging in illegal sexual activity, production of child pornography, and forced labor. These are only charges. Mr. Kelly is presumed innocent of all of these charges. Mr. Kelly has pleaded not guilty to all of the charges. It is the government's burden of proof. It's the government's burden to prove Mr. Kelly guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. With respect to each charge, is there anything about the nature of these charges in and of themselves that would interfere with your ability to decide this case fairly and impartially? In accordance, I'm live. In accordance with the instructions of the court. Yes, no. If yes, please explain. The law provides that individuals under certain ages cannot consent to sexual activity with other individuals. Is there any reason that you could not apply that law? Yes. No. If there is, what is it and why? The charges in this case involve allegations regarding exposure to one or more sexually transmitted diseases. Is there anything about such an allegation that you believe would affect your ability to serve as a fair and impartial juror? Yes. No. If yes, please explain. Experiences with and opinions about the criminal justice system. Have you or a friend or family member ever been employed, trained, applied for work, or volunteered in any law enforcement agency, corrections, or a related field? Examples: police, sheriff, SBI, jail, probation officer, security, etc. Yes, for self. Yes, friend or family member. No. If yes, without listing names of the persons, please indicate your relationship with that person, where, the job of or nature of experience, and the approximate dates. 42. Have you or a friend or family member ever been employed by or volunteered in any aspect of criminal defense work, including any public defender's office, a legal aid, or with a related support or advocacy group, having to do with rights of people charged with crimes? Yes, for self. Yes, for friend or family member. No. If yes, without listing names, please indicate what person, where, the job or nature of experience, and the approximate dates. 43. Have you or a friend or family member ever been employed by or volunteered in any aspect of the work of a prosecutor's office, including any related support or advocacy group. Yes for self, yes for a friend or a family member, or no. If yes, without listing names, please indicate the person's relationship to you, the job or nature of experience, the location, and the approximate dates. We're going to stop at 43. We're going to be back later on. You're going to be back later on at 8. You're going to come back and knock out the rest of them. Okay? So, hey, just giving y'all something to think about right in there for these first 10. Then the next 10, we're going to knock it out. And then tomorrow, the 6, we're going to knock out. All right? Thank y'all for joining me. Y'all be blessed. DanaJay will be back. Holla at y'all. See y'all at 8. Nope. See y'all 6:30.
So many flaws, told so many lies to these calls, blew so much money, brought so many problems, yeah, I fuck a bitch just because. Nigga, I had a hell of a day, but I admit I was in my own way. I admit I had my mama crying over me, what else could a nigga say? I admit I can't spell for shit, I admit that all I hear is hits. I admit I couldn't read the teleprompter when the rhyme exactly took his head. I admit I love God, but wait, it's so much temptation, but wait. Admit to the drinking and smoking too much, but it helped me get through the day. Won't say no name for not a snitch, but one night at the ridge, did some shit, should've did, waiting for the niggas did. I admit that I did. I fucked my girlfriend's best friend, yeah, I topped that in back of my pants. I admit I'm sorry for my sins. I admit it, I did. Son, where'd you want to get? I admit it, I did. I admit I trust people too much. I admit I can't say such and such, but the lawyers told me that it is, even though it's bullshit. Can protect your career? All these people in my ear. I admit I've been tempted by drugs. I admit that I just need a hug. I admit the devil talk to me sometimes, but the devil's not who I trust. I've been fucked by so many good managers, why they push me up under these cameras? All this music got them good to them, and now they play me like a fucking amateur. I got a life, yeah, I got a right, yeah. Cancel my shows, that shit ain't right. How they gon' say I don't respect these women when all I've done is represent? Take my career and turn it upside down, cause you mad I've got some girlfriends. And I with this work of you, it ain't worth this shit for you. Ain't seen my kids in years, try to knock me off my deal. How much can a nigga take? How much can a nigga break? Just wanna do my music, stop stressing me. Please just let me age gracefully. I admit it, I admit it, I did. 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 They took my gift and they blind me. Where the fuck is my money? Now here comes this big ass conspiracy. I still got my fans, that's a blessing. Listen to heaven, just stay on my grind, and that's 24/7. And I know my mama Joanne is smiling down on me. I put that on reverend. Been a grown man since age 11. 9 on the clock since 7. Rest in peace to my homie Kevin. I admit it, I did. 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 I admit I'm a freak. You used to go to strip clubs every week. Who these niggas tryna say I am, man, I'm not, and I put that on cheap. I admit I fuck with all the ladies, that's both older and young ladies. But tell me how they call it pedophile because of that shit, that's crazy. You may have your opinions, entitled to your opinions, but really am I supposed to go to jail and lose my career because your opinion? Yeah, go ahead and storm me, point your finger at me, turn around and kiss me, like only God can move me. I admit that I fired some people, I admit that I hired new people, I admit that those people I fired on my mama was crooked ass people. I admit that I don't on my music, I admit that I roll on my music, want it back but they don't wanna do it. What the fuck did I do with that music? I did that bump and grind, I did that trail play, I did that fed up, I changed the damn game, so I deserve me a fair play. So put some respect on my damn name. Now really was mad with me, but I ain't never offered her no drink. But I admit that she asked me, can I get a little Hennessy? Then we both turn off our phone. We drink, I smoke, we talk, and I admit that I told it off. From my good points to my faults. She said, what about a Lee? I said, love. She said, what about the tape? I said, hush. I said, my lawyer said, don't say none. I can tell you I've been saying I admit how ever since the first day, but without knowing I signed my publishing away. I admit that I was wrong, so blind, yeah. Said I had dyslexia, couldn't read all the contracts, yeah. And now the truth in this message is I'm a broke ass legend. The only reason I stay on tour is cause I gotta pay my rent. I never thought that it would come to this, to be the most disrespected artist. So I had to write a song about it, cause they always take my words and twist it. Believe me, it's hard to admit all this, but I'm in my feelings about this shit. But I had to set the fucking record straight. So I admit it, I admit it, I did. I admit it, I did. I admit it, I did it. I admit I love Steve Harvey, John Legend and Tom Joyner. They're doing good in their lives right now. Why would they wanna tear down another problem? Women show black men some love, cause black men we go through enough. How can we get up off the ground when we steady tear each other down? I admit that the devil is busy, and some people beside me ain't getting. I admit that I'm gonna do this music up until the Lord come get me. Now I admit a family member touched me, touch me, touch me, touch me, from a child to the age 14. While I laid asleep, took my virginity. So scared to say something, so I just put the blame on me. Now here I am and I'm trying my best to be honest. Cause there's forces out there trying to keep me from being an artist. I admit I'm at rock bottom, and this shit has rocked my mind. I'm calling on my hood, come walk by my side. They don't want me to shine, women's look like God. Now don't get it twisted, I do support them, but why they wanna bring down my arm? Damn, this is breaking my heart. Cause from fathers, mothers, sons and daughters, I'm a part of the music culture. Spotify took me off the playlist. I admit that I've been underrated. I'm not convicted, not arrested, but drag my name in the dirt. All this work to be successful when you abandon me cause of what you heard. I admit I am not perfect, I never said I was perfect. Say I'm abusing these women, what the fuck, that's some absurd shit. They brainwashed, really, kidnapped, really, can't eat, really, real talk, that shit sounds silly. And if you really, really wanna know, a father dropped her off in my show and told his boy to put her on the stage. I admit that she was overage, I admit that I was feeling her, and I admit that she was feeling me. I I admit that that's just some shit to come between a celebrity. I ain't chasing these ladies, no. These ladies are chasing me, yeah. No, I'm only saying all this shit cause I ain't trying to play me, yeah. I admit that this is no disrespect to the parents, but this is my advice to you cause I'm also a parent. Don't push your daughter in my face and tell me that it's okay, cause your agenda is to get paid and get mad when it don't go your way. I know you look at me like I don't go through things, but I'm human. I know it's hard sometimes, but try to keep in mind that I'm human. Fuck all the fortune and fame, forget the name, I'm a human. I can't believe all the under the table shit they doing. I'm tired of fingers pointed at me. I'm tired of all this weight on me. I'm tired of everybody want a piece of me. Shit, I'm not an ATM machine. What do I do when I can't do what I do? How can I win if I can't win with you? Got a couple of dead homies that I promised I would make it out this shit. And I know that God's hands is on me, nigga. I'm gonna make it out this shit. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Not me. Storm's over. I admit I talked to Miss McLean. FYI, that's my second mother. I admit that I asked her how am I gonna get the work off my shoulder. She said, son, don't you lose it. Sometimes you gotta go through it. They can say what they say, but at the end of the day, they cannot deny your music. Cause your music has touched people, it inspired all people overseas, everywhere. Don't worry, don't care, cause the anointing is on you. And that's why these haters is at you. So just keep on doing you, baby. You don't have to give these fools an explanation. I admit it, I admit it. I admit it, I did. I admit it, I did. I admit it, I did. What's the definition of a cult? What's the definition of a sex slave? Go to the dictionary, look it up. Let me know I'll be here waiting. I admit I got some girls that love me to pull their hair. And I admit they love me to talk dirty when I pull their hair. Yeah. Some like me to spank them, some like to get brain. And what some of these girls want is too much for the radio station. Look, I'm just a man, y'all, not a monster or beast. But I admit there are times when these girls so fine, I'll chill to the nigga for me. But I admit I love Hugh Hefner, and through the years supported Hugh Hefner. But when he left this world, he had a million girls, but we gon' always love Hugh Hefner. To Tennessee, regardless of whatever your name is. You been trying to destroy me for 25 whole years. Writing the same stories over and over and over again. Off my name, you don't really make yourself a career. Guess what? I pray for you and family and all my other enemies. Not gonna let y'all steal my joy. I'm just gonna with me. Now I don't know what else to say except I'm so falsely accused. Tell me, how can you judge when you never walk in my shoes? So easy to mess up someone else's life. Social media, the devil in disguise. I admit I miss my brothers, but I admit they wasn't acting like brothers. Yeah, we've had our differences, but you don't turn on your brother for nothing, for no one, nada. Mama, Joanne is watching. She must be turning over in her grave. Yeah, I admit I had to borrow a couple of M's from the lady. All these hits out, but I didn't put food on the table. I was told I had to sell my cars. I was told I couldn't get along. Said I owed 20 million to the IRS, and it was coming to get my home. I admit I was feeling stupid standing at home with seats. Sipping Hennessy, trying to figure out what happened to me. There was so much going through my head, cause I knew that something wasn't right. I just couldn't put my finger on it, but my spirit had better eyes. It told me what it song, and it scared the shit out of me. They said get rid of them all, it's nothing but vultures around me. I admit that I love my fans for all the push and support they've shown. I admit if it wasn't for them, I would've never stayed strong. Now I'm not tripping on all of these rumors that don't bother me, and I'm not paying attention to these haters that don't bother me. But what blows me is when certain people turn phony. They say Robert got your back, Rob you the man, but they really got with me. Bitch, you know who you are. Bitch, I bought you a car. Bitch, you stayed in my crib. I love you with all my heart. Now I don't like to brag when it comes to me, but I've given back to the community, from the non-profits to the charities. But of course you never hear that about me. To the niggas that drink my liquor, smoke my stogies. How come you ain't on Facebook checking up for me? You're around me most of the day, and you know that I'm a good brother. Always got your hands out, it ain't no doubt that y'all niggas ain't nothing but blood suckers. Plus, y'all ain't bringing nothing to the table. Yeah, nigga, and you know it's real talk. Taking pictures with me for your Instagram, but when I leave you, you quick to get lost. Robert J and Joanne, my kids, what you hear, I hear about that. Guys, I'm sorry for this. I'm so sorry, I can't imagine what y'all must be going through. Every day it's something about me, my God, it must be killing you. I promise there'll be better days, just keep walking straight. I know you must be worried, but just know that I'm okay. For me, things has gotten rough. Right now I can't say too much, but for y'all I will stay tall. Daddy just needs y'all to trust and believe in me. I admit that I've told the truth, and still not free. Still won't hate me, still won't stone me, still won't chain me, think they won't kill me. I admit it, I admit it, I admit it, I did it, I admit it, I did, I admit it, I did.
Son, where'd you find this?
No disrespect to Chi-Town, my home, but we gotta learn how to support our own. I admit that my heart cries for my city, cause we're losing young lives in the city. Instead of judging me, y'all should be using me to help these kids raise them out of depression and poverty. Now I'm not saying I'm no savior, but I could be an inspiration. This is an invitation. Man, I admit I go through so much day to day. Got 23 lawyers, 3 or 4 managers, what am I doing? Show me the way. The only thing I have left is my voice, and now I have to use it for my protection, because they left me no choice. See, my work has nothing to do with my private life, so stay the fuck out of my business and tend to your own damn life. So go ahead, say what you wanna say about who I wanna be, but you won't say that shit to my face, cause you know it ain't shit to say. Next nigga bring me some dumb shit, it's gonna be a misunderstanding, cause niggas that listen to dumb shit are niggas that be on that dumb shit. They need a line cause they ain't got no life, so they always caught you in a dumb shit. Back in my path, they don't know the half and soft, they making assumption. Since we do assumptions, cause a man is whole career, found guilty when you're innocent, is the only test I fear. There is one thing that's for sure, and I wanna make this shit clear. I live my voice and represented my country for 31 years. Damn it, I admit, I admit, I admit, I admit, I admit, I admit, I admit.
Oh man, you know what? I just took a little power nap real quick right there, right? I'm good. Some of y'all seen me doze off. Some of y'all didn't. But I took a little power nap. Let's get back into it. Fuck it. Let's go. Let's go. I'm good now. 44. I was going to end it, but I ain't going to end it. Come on. Let's get back into it. 44. Have you or a friend or a family member ever been accused of, charged with, or convicted of any crime, or been the subject of a criminal investigation? Yes, self. Yes, friend or family member. No. If yes, without listing names, please explain the nature of the charges, the approximate dates, who brought the charges, and the outcome. Excuse me. 45. Have you or a friend or a family member ever been accused of sexual harassment? Yes for self. Yes for friend or family member. No. If yes, without listing names, please explain the nature of the allegations, the approximate dates, and the outcome. 46. Have you or a friend or family member ever been a victim of sexual harassment, sexual abuse, or sexual assault? Yes for self. Yes, friend or family member. No. If yes, without listing names, please explain. 47. Have you been a victim of any other violent crime, or do you know anyone who has been a victim of a violent crime? Yes for self. Yes for friend or family member. No. If yes, without listing names, please explain who the victim was. What? If yes, without listing names, please explain who the victim was. How can you explain without listing a name? When and where the crime occurred, what happened, whether you or your friend or family member received medical treatment as a result of the crime, whether anyone was arrested or convicted. If so, what the outcome of the case was, and what, if any, effect this experience has had on you. 48. Have you or any members of your family or anyone close to you ever testified as a witness in court or in a deposition, or have you ever been subpoenaed to testify? Yes. Yes for friend or family member. No. If yes, without listing names, please explain. 49. Would that experience affect your ability to be fair and impartial in this case? Yes. No. If yes, please explain. Have you, let's get this out of the way. Let's see. Okay. Have you ever been involved, or do you expect to become involved in any legal action or dispute with a government agency, or have you had any financial interest in such a dispute? Yes, no. If yes, please explain. If you answered yes to question 50, is there anything about the experience that would affect your ability to be a fair and impartial juror in this case? Yes, no. If yes, please explain. Have you or has anyone you know ever been involved in providing the government with information in a criminal investigation? Yes, no. If yes, without listing names, please explain the circumstances and who was involved. Have you or a close friend or a family member ever been detained in prison or jail? Yes. Self. Yes. Friend or family member. No. If yes, without listing names, please explain, including listing the reason you or they were detained. Have you ever taken any courses or worked in the fields of sexual abuse counseling, law, criminal justice, criminology, or other related areas? Yes, no. If yes, please explain and state whether you continue to take courses or work in that field. Have you ever known anyone, including yourself, who was the victim of a sexual assault, other assault, homicide, or other act of violence that required medical treatment or counseling? Yes, no. If yes, please explain. 56. Do you, anyone in your household or close friend, own any guns? Yes, no. If yes, please state your relationship to that person. Please do not list any names. but rather respond, for example, wife, friend, how many of what types of firearms? Do you have any friends or family members who have ever been lawyers, judges, law clerks, or otherwise involved in the legal field? Yes, no. If yes, without listed names, please explain your relationship to them, the nature of their work, and whether and how often you communicate with them regarding their work. 58. Have you, a family member or close friend, ever practiced law in an area of criminal defense or prosecution? Yes, you. Yes, family friend. No. If yes, please explain. Do you have any opinions about lawyers that would affect your ability to be a fair and impartial juror? Yes, no. If yes, please explain. Have you, a family member, Have you, a family member or close friend, ever filed a complaint with the police or any law enforcement agency against anyone? Yes, no. If yes, please describe the circumstances surrounding the complaint. 61. Have you or anyone close to you ever had a positive or negative experience involving the police or any law enforcement agency? Yes, no. If yes, without listing names, please explain. 62. Do you or have you read any books, blogs, social media sites, or other websites about celebrities or crimes, including sexual abuse or assault? Or watch or listen to any television programs, movies, podcasts, or documentaries about celebrities or crimes, including sexual abuse and sexual assault, or the criminal justice system? Yes, no. Y'all know it. If yes, please list them and state what impact, if any, they have had on you. 63. Have you ever served as a juror before? Yes, no. If yes, please list the number of civil cases or criminal cases. Have you served in blank state court jury, blank federal court jury, and or on a grand jury? Without listing the names of any parties and what type of case, have you served as a juror? Example, auto, accident, burglary, etc. Were you ever the foreperson? Yes, no. If yes, how many times? Did you ever reach a verdict? Yes, no. If no, what happened? The law provides that a defendant in a criminal case is presumed innocent at all stages of the trial and is not required to put on any defense at all. The government is required to prove the defendant guilty beyond a reasonable doubt on each charge. Is there any reason why you could not apply that law? Yes, no. If yes, please explain. The law provides that a defendant in a criminal case has an absolute right not to testify, and that a juror cannot hold it against the defendant if he chooses not to testify. Is there any reason why you could not apply that law? Yes, no. If yes, explain. 67. Do you believe that police or law enforcement officers are more likely to tell the truth than other witnesses? Yes, no. If yes, please explain. Do you believe that the police or law enforcement officers are more likely to lie than other witnesses? Yes, no. If yes, please explain your views. 69. The judge will instruct you that members of law enforcement will testify at trial or not. In and of themselves, to be considered more or less truthful than witnesses who are not members of law enforcement. Regardless of your own opinions on that subject, will you be able to follow that instruction? Yes, no. If no, please explain. 70. If selected to serve as a juror, you will be instructed that Mr. Kelly and his counsel do not have an obligation to present any evidence at all at trial, including after the government rests its case. Do you accept this principle? And will you be able And will you be able to apply it if selected to serve as this jury? Yes, no. If no, please explain. 71. One or more government witnesses may testify that they participated in crimes. The witnesses may have a criminal history and may be testifying pursuant to a grant of immunity from prosecution or an agreement with the government. Use of such witnesses is lawful. As a juror, you will assess the credibility of each witness. Is there any reason why you could not fairly and impartially consider or render a guilty verdict based on the testimony of 1. A witness who was granted immunity from prosecution, or 2. A witness testifying pursuant to an agreement with the government? Yes, no. If yes, please explain. It is the law that the testimony of a single witness, including a witness who has received immunity from prosecution, can be sufficient to convict a defendant of a charged crime. If the jury finds that the testimony of that witness established proof beyond a reasonable doubt, is there any reason why you could not apply this rule of law? Yes, no. If yes, please explain. Okay. Under certain circumstances, the government can obtain authorization from a judge to search a premises or electronic media to obtain evidence including but not limited to emails, text messages, video recordings, letters, financial information, and other materials of information. The judge will instruct you that any evidence that is presented to you at trial was obtained legally and you can consider it. Is there any reason why you could not follow this instruction? Yes, no. If yes, please explain. Under the law, the facts are for the jury to determine and the law is for the judge to determine. You are required to accept the law as the judge explains it to you, even if you do not like the law or disagree with it. And you must determine the facts according to those instructions. Would you have any difficulty following the judge's instructions? Yes, no. If yes, please explain. Let's stop there. Under the law, the facts are for the jury to determine. Okay? So if the facts is for the jury to determine and the law is for the judge to determine, then where's the facts? Because if the jury is determining the law and the judge is determining, if the jury is determining the facts and the judge is determining the law, that means the judge got to follow what the jury come up with instead of the jury following the judge. Did that make sense? What up, Brooke? Brooke Valentine in the building. What up, Brooke? Love yourself. Hey, did that make sense, y'all? Because the way they got it worded, it's like you got to follow what the judge say. No, whatever the jury comes up with, that's what the judge got to follow. Because it's called a jury trial. Now, there's two types of jury trials. There's a jury trial where they doing what they doing now and just pick random people. And there's a trial by jury. Trial by jury is when they pick 12 of your peers. They pick 12 of your peers. Not a different age bracket, but 12 people in your age bracket to come and sit on a jury pool. Under the law, the question of penalty, if any, should not enter your deliberations. Would you have any difficulty following this rule? Yes, no. If yes, please explain. Wait a minute. Under the law, the question of penalty, if any, should not enter your... Okay, that's fine. 76. Under the law, emotions such as sympathy, bias, and prejudice must not enter into the deliberations of the jurors as to whether the guilt of the defendant has been proven beyond a reasonable doubt. Would you have any difficulty following this rule? Yes, no. If yes, please explain. 77. Do you have any views about people of other races and ethnicities ethnicities, yeah, that would affect your ability to be a fair and impartial juror? Yes, no. If yes, please explain. Ethnicities. That's what it is. Ethnicities. Okay. Media and the internet. What publicly known person do you most admire and why? What publicly known person do you least admire and why? How often do you make it a point to follow the news? Every day? Almost every day? Several times a week? Several times a month? Never. Which sources do you regularly rely on for news? Please check the box corresponding to your regular news sources. Television, magazines, newspapers, personal conversations, radios, internet, other social media, YouTube, podcasts. Please list the names of your regular news sources. Social media, Facebook, Wall Street Journal, New York Times, New York Post, CNN, Fox News, Univision, etc. I don't see Newsmax up there. Come on, y'all. Y'all got to put Newsmax up there. Or y'all got to put OAN up there. Come on. What books, if any, have you read recently? Ain't none of your business. What magazines, if any, do you read regularly or subscribe to? Ain't none of your business. What is your favorite book and why? What are your favorite television shows? The Cosby Show and Living Color. Martin. The Jamie Foxx Show. Shows like that. Who are your favorite music artists and groups? R. Kelly. They'd be like, we can't have him on a jury. What are your favorite internet sites? Vlogs, blogs, podcasts, and social media sites? I think this question 88 is a setup question to get people popped. Because they want to know who you listen to mostly and who you watch mostly. I think 88 is a setup question. Because then they're going to jump on that person's channel more often. Then you're going to start seeing people being prosecuted off the internet. I think that's a setup question. How often do you tweet, blog, vlog, podcast, or post comments on the internet? Every day, almost every day, several times a day, several times a month, never. 90. Do you have your own online blog, vlog, YouTube channel, or podcast? Or do you contribute to any blog, vlog, YouTube channel, or podcast sites? Yes, no. If yes, without listing names or identifying the blog, please explain the nature of the blog. Wow. Do you know anything about the Me Too movement? Oh. Okay. Let me drink something. I got a question. Why is that question a factor? Why is that question a factor? What if I do know something about the Me Too movement? Why do it matter if I know anything about the Me Too movement? Why would it matter? Why would it matter if I know about the Me Too movement? That's my question. Why would it matter? Have you supported or participated in the Me Too movement? Whoa. If yes, no. If yes, please generally describe, including any funding provided, events or protests attended, posts or blogs made or responded to, or any other forms of support. Jury service questions. I think I need to sing it again. Jury service questions. If you are selected as a juror in this case, the judge will instruct you to avoid all media coverage and not to go on the internet with regard to this case for any purpose. That is, you will be forbidden from reading newspaper articles or watching news reports about this case, Googling this case, blogging, vlogging, tweeting, podcasting, or otherwise posting commercial on social media sites, etc. Do you have any reservations or concerns about your ability or willingness to follow this instruction? Yes, no. If yes, please explain. Is there anything about the nature of the charges or the facts of the case as they have been explained to you thus far that would affect your ability to serve as a juror in this case? Yes, no. If yes, please explain. If you were selected to serve on this jury, would you consider and respect the views of other jurors even if their views differ from yours in accordance with the court's instructions before making your decision? Yes, no, please explain. Is there anything that you would like to address privately with the judge and attorneys? Yes or no? Damn. I ain't know I didn't know. Wait a minute. Hey, Prima, what up, sis? I didn't know that they give people who are not picked as jurors a choice to discuss privately anything with the judge or the attorneys. This is starting to freak me out. Why would somebody who's just going for jury selection have something to discuss privately with the judge or the attorneys? And that can go either way. You think you can go in there and slip up something for Robert and the judge throw you out and then punish Robert? Or somebody else go in there and think they can slip up something against Robert and the judge punish the defense, punish the prosecution and throw that person out. So that can go either way, but I've never seen a jury questionnaire that gives people a chance to discuss anything with a judge or the attorneys. Now, if I'm wrong, can somebody tell me that has happened and before? But we got Prima in the building, and I'm quite sure if I was wrong and she would have said, bro, I seen that before, or I heard that before. I'm not understanding. Because here's where the rubber meets the road. So without sitting back saying, oh, this person made this happen, and because of this person this happened, we all know the reasons why these things are transpiring. We all know why the sequestered jury is right there. We all know what it is. It's not for us to continue beating that in your head. It's for you to wake up and listen and look at what's going on. Like I said once before, at no point would I follow anybody, would I listen to anybody, would I believe anybody that says for a year and a half they here to advocate for Robert Sylvester Kelly. And then when it starts to get tight, we see them collecting money. We see them say they turned it over to the defense team and ain't nobody on the defense team received anything. And we see them collect money for a banner and then question where should the money go. And then 3 days after raising money for a banner, and you see Judge Joe Brown, which costs $1,500. So, hey, we seen the actions play out. But the ultimate action is when a person posted the fat screw job and the flower pot lady is trying to induct me in some stuff. And then they come back and say, I don't even know Robert. I was never near him. But they got a picture as their avatar with him. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. At that point, I will run for the border and I will realize that I've been following a lunatic. Because now we know it's all about fame. It's all about what they did and all this. Speaking of that, when a friend of the person that they're advocating for account came out and called them a liar, they said, my feelings is hurt. I need you to not call me a liar. That friend came back and called her a liar again and then gave explanation for it. And then she put on an act of softness that made the friend look like he's not credible. Wait a minute. You have all these people that have been around this man, but the people are saying the one person that another person allowed them to see the man is credible, but everybody else that's been around him is not credible. Make it make sense. This is the time where people sit back and say, yeah, oh, I forgot about that. Thank you, Prima. And the same person got a bank account for him. I don't understand that at all. Got a bank account for him, came public and say they got a bank account for Robert Kelly, but don't know him. Never been around him. Which, if I was the feds, I'm just going to be honest. If I was the feds, I would take that and flip it. Because now, you say you don't know him. You say you don't been around him. I see an avatar with you, your daughter, and him, which let me know you've been around him. And then you've been advocating for a year and a half. And then you open up a bank account and all this other stuff for him. Which means that you are part of the RICO because now you're hiding money for him that we can't count. This is why I say, y'all got to think, people. If you for Robert, you move differently. You have never seen me come out here and tell you anything different that I haven't said. You haven't seen Prima Donna got messages from him too. Oh, see Prima right there. I didn't forget about all of it. Oh, then showed alleged messages that she got from him, but she don't know him. Now either she's lying or now Robert's lying. So now the question is, who are you advocating for at this point? Are you advocating for that channel or are you advocating for Robert? And I understand she's aligned with people that a lot of people like. That's fine. I was once in that boat. I was once liking those people too. But when you show me who you are, I believe you. Can't nobody on these YouTube streets say Prima Donna stabbed somebody in the back, Sky Zone stabbed somebody in the back, or DanaJay stabbed somebody in the back. Nobody can say that. But everybody can say that all three of us have been stabbed in the back and talked about and slandered. But at the end of the day, we still stand tall. We still stand tall. Prima Donna said the government want their money. I believe that. I believe that. I think my overall opinion is he's going to be exonerated of all his other stuff except for tax evasion. And they keep saying ignorance is not a reason or an excuse from prosecution. That's why I said what I said. I'm looking at Daryl McDavid. And I'm looking at Robert. If they are all on a charge together, how is it Daryl McDavid got house arrest and Robert don't? These are questions that nobody is asking. Not even the so-called... I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to leave it alone. Not even the so-called guy that frequents with these crazy people. That hosts the intelligent conversation. Evidently, the conversation ain't so intelligent if it's that easy to catch anybody on wiretap. There's no way out of that. Your voice, your likeness, your words. That's you. No way around that. 97. Please review the list of names and organizations on the following pages, and then answer this final question. Are you willing with any of the individuals? No, I'm sorry. Are you familiar with any of the individuals or organizations named on the list? Yes, no, unsure. If yes or unsure, indicate who you know or may not, or may know, and how you are or may be familiar with them. Names and organizations. Please review the following names. If you are familiar with any of these individuals or organizations, please check yes on the last question on the previous page, and indicate there who you know and the nature of your relationship. Scheduling and ability to serve. This is what I wanted to get to. This proceeding is expected to begin on August the 9th. Here's where you got to look for keywords, y'all. The keyword, expected. That means anything can happen. That means anything can happen. So the expected start date is August the 9th. And it says, and lasts approximately 4 weeks. Here's my question. If this is a slam dunk case, why do it gotta last 4 weeks? Why drag it out? Court sessions will last from approximately 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. There are regular breaks approximately every 90 minutes and a 1 hour break for lunch. Wait a minute. Every 90 minutes is a break? 90? Okay, 9 a.m. That's an hour and 30 minutes. So at 10:30 is a break. 12 is a break, which will be lunch for an hour. They come back at 1. So 2:30 will be a break. 4 o'clock will be a break. And that will be the last break. So altogether you got 3 breaks and 1 lunch break, which total to 4 lunch total breaks. So you get 4 breaks a day. There are regular approximately every 90. Okay. Do you have any difficulty reading, understanding, or speaking English? Well, we know nobody from Team Kells will be on that jury panel. From the bootleg Team Kells. Because they have difficulties reading and understanding. And sometimes speaking English. Do you wish to apply to the court to be excused on the grounds that jury service in this case would be a serious hardship to you? Yes, no. If yes, please describe your circumstances. Wow. Do you have any personal, family, or professional obligations that you feel would seriously interfere with your ability to focus and concentrate as a juror in this case? Yes, no, unsure. If yes, please explain. Why not explain if you're unsure? Does your employer pay you for time missed as a result of jury service? Yes, no, or unsure. If you are unsure, please find out before you return to court for jury selection questioning. Do you have any condition, disability, or need that will require any special consideration or accommodation while you are in court? Yes, no. If yes, please explain. Do you have any difficulties do you have any difficulties not corrected by a hearing aid? Yes or no. Do you have trouble seeing even with glasses? Yes or no. Are you taking any medications regularly? Yes or no. Do any of these medications affect your memory or concentration? Yes or no. Is there any reason why you would not be willing to comply with the court's instructions concerning social distancing, mask wearing, and other precautions related to the COVID-19 pandemic? Yes or no? If yes, please explain. Is there anything else not covered by this questionnaire that you believe is relevant to your ability to be fair and impartial that you would like the attorneys and court to know? Yes or no? If yes, please explain. Additional comment page. That's the whole questionnaire. So the questions that I have, and I got 3 questions. Question number 1. What if a person is affected by 90% of them questions and they put the truth down there? Would they still be selected as a juror or no? That's a question. And the reason why I asked that question is because do you want somebody that's going to fake the funk on this test? Or do you want somebody that's going to be straight up and honest with you? I never understood jury trials. And the reason being is because I want somebody that's going to be honest. Give me the honesty. If you don't think this case is going to make it, just say it's not going to make it. Just think, y'all crazy. Y'all laughing. Let me see what this say. Hold on. Okay. There we go. A jury is not supposed to discuss a case privately with a judge. The jury is to only use the evidence presented during the trial. So question, Queen B, if a jury is not supposed to discuss a case privately with a judge, what about a juror? Hey, Nene, is a juror supposed to do that? Can you refuse being on jury? Yes, you can. You can refuse jury trial. You can do that. Nene, we've been here longer than you came back. I know she's going to be like, Negro. You can refuse jury trial. Jury duty, actually. You can. But my next question is, what if a person answers the questionnaire and lie about everything just to get on the jury, just to say, I seen R. Kelly in court and, hey, we decided his decision. Y'all know you have some people out there like that. We decided R. Kelly fate, so I was on that jury panel. That's not something to brag about. Because what if it come out bad? Then what you gonna say? What if it come out in a deadlock where your vote is the deciding vote? How do you rule? What if everybody got guilty verdict except for you? Do you go along with everybody else, or do you stay and stand your ground firmly? So this is one of the most important decisions that people need to worry about. And you heard Judge Joe Brown say, flying the banner? Yeah. That's trying to sway the jury. Here's my question. Yes, they tainted the jury. Or potential jurors. I'm going to say that. Yes, the media did that. But one thing I know about truth, no matter how many people try to taint whatever, when you start producing the truth, that destroys anything that the media has tainted. Thank you, Willie. For y'all that don't know, just go ahead and hit that $10 tier on Patreon. Official DanaJay. Please do not steal content from there, because I am loading up boatloads of stuff. I will be uploading this document along with some other documents. Questionnaire said, right. Queen B said, the bank account was a secret way for those individuals to extort money. Deep. I believe it. Deep. How do they find the people to select who they want? That's a good question. I guess they're going to go through the questionnaires, and whatever questionnaires sound the best for them, that's how they're going to pick. That would be my only rationale of them even putting questionnaires out there. Queen B says she is advocating for our own personal gain. That's true. That's true. It's not about Robert for them people. I've been telling y'all that. It's not about Robert. It's about what they want to do. That's why you would never see DanaJay join the go along, get along gang. You seen it when they was trying to have me do what they wanted me to do. Oh no, you can't talk to this person. You can't tell this person. But then when I turn around and say the same thing, oh, you can't tell me who to talk to and this and that. Miss me with that. When I last recall, I pay for my devices. I pay for my programs to go live and have a good live and to have a good background and everything. I pay for that. Ain't nobody else pay for that. That is why there is a sequestered jury. It's a partially sequestered jury. Because the allegations are flimsy and have no validity. No, that's not why. It's a partially sequestered jury because people information was given. People cars were blown up. Homes were blown up. Parents was tired. You see the new music feature, Upload featuring Twister? Prima, hold on. Is it this right here? Because if it's this, then I know where it's coming from. Again. Is it this?
She said she don't wanna take my time, so I took a bus to be like that. And she said, hey, oh yeah, you hit me in from the back. I said it's cool. And she said, hey, oh yeah. She said, ooh, baby, just take me.
Is that it? It's something new? Wow. Send me the link, Prima. Because that was fourth quarter. Thank you so much, Mona. That was fourth quarter that I just played. That's R. Kelly fourth quarter. Hippo character runs at high speed. His legs forming a ball like Blur. Thanks, Mona. Send me the link real quick, Prima. Willie said, thanks. Yeah. Ms. Bisbee said, how do they get to that part of going court? Huh? How do they get to that part of going to court to fill in questionnaires? Special delivery? Hold on. Okay. That song is fourth quarter as well. So I know where it's coming from. Okay. Hold that thought. Motherfuckers just don't learn. Okay. I got what I needed. Yeah, that's also fourth quarter. That's the remix. Thanks, Prima, for telling me. Thanks, Willie. I got it. That's part of the ADATs that was taken out of the studio. No, Robert don't. No. 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 Mm-mm. Queen Bee, no. Hey, Kendra. And see, and the problem that I have is why the I Eat Booty crew is going around doing whatever. Why nobody is addressing the release of this music that they know is not legal? You ain't never emailed me, Kendra. I don't have your email. I don't have your email. I was waiting on your email, Kendra. I gave you mine. Hold on. Kendra, that's my email. That's my email. So I'm going to leave it there until you come on here and say you got it. I'm going to leave it there until she says she got it. Thanks, Willie. I want to research into why his works are being done in this manner. That is a crime. It is a crime, but I'm gonna tell you now, Miss Queen Bee. That's a never-ending situation, especially when you know where it's coming from. The problem is he got a group of people who rocks with him that would try to make you think that what he's doing is right, and he came out a couple times telling you what he's going to do. I can't get with people like that. I can't support nobody like that. But that's definitely a crime. I guess, hence the distractions. You know what? She said it better than anybody can ever say it. Hence the distractions. And the problem is, folks can't understand why free thinkers do not go along with what their get along gang is doing. We ain't doing it. So we can have so many names being called, and I can be called Uncle Ruckus, I can be called whatever it is. But was I Uncle Ruckus when you needed me to get you to meet the man? But I get it. The setup is real. And I think I'm going to do a surviving YouTube. I think I'm gonna do a surviving YouTube, and I'm gonna reenact all this stuff. How you gonna say thanks, Willie, when I said it when I put up there first? I swear, LaKendra backwards sometimes. Where do they find the people that are filling in the questionnaire? That's what I mean. Well, I guess they sent them out. I don't know for sure, Miss Visby, but that's the only thing I can think about is that they do. It's just like voting. They send it out. When one has been enlightened, they are a weapon to the status quo. That's so true. Prima said, high five, hut. They should look up the original Uncle Ruckus shaking my head dummies. Right. Right. Look them up. But see, they don't think like that. They do not think like that. So, hey, it is what it is. Continue to pray for Sky Zone and her family. Let's also continue to pray for Prima. You know Prima here. Pray for Robert. Pray for everybody that's involved in this situation. If you notice, the federal government, one by one, is withdrawing from the case in Chicago. All right, Kendra, I'll fight. Come on, put them up. Put them up. Put them up. Put them up. But they are withdrawing from Chicago, one by one. I wonder how much damaging information was on 100 devices. I also want to say this. Lady L, I know you somewhere watching. I jumped in a live to speak to Lady L and Mama D today. And Lady L was saying some things that, you know, wasn't totally correct. But, you know, I don't correct nobody. I'm going to just say this. If the motion last night wasn't an adequate motion, then nothing the federal government has done has been adequate, except for kidnap an innocent man that the government has said he's innocent. Now, we can flip it and we can play it both ways. If the government said the man is innocent, why keep him locked up? Why kidnap him and put him in a warehouse? Is that what you do to innocent people? Or is that a thing to come to what people are doing that revolts against what the government say? Now I'm going to take y'all there. Is this deeper? Or should I say, is this R. Kelly situation a transformer? Is it more than meets the eye? Is it more to come? Look at it. They're targeting all people of color. Kendra said, shout out to Prima Donna. Why are they withdrawing from the case? Well, you got to look at it. But I'll tell you this. When you don't have nothing, nobody want to look like a fool. My theory, those devices do not exist, but was a ploy to make it appear Mr. Kelly engages in RICO activity. Queen B, you got to explain that. How would the devices make it appear that he engaged in RICO activity? I would think the RICO activity would have more to do with the blowing up of the cars and the directing people to do certain things, and people coming on the internet showing text messages that was forwarded to them by somebody else and stuff like that. That's RICO. That's getting a dictatorship from a hierarchy down to a lowerarchy for them to carry out what the hierarchy had for them to do. That's what a RICO is. That's why I keep saying, how can you put Don Russell in with R. Kelly? And the weird part is this right here. Here's the weird part. This gonna make Prima laugh. This gonna make her laugh. They say Don Russell's the muscle. Don Russell, we know you know Kels. Cause when Kels was coming out of court, you was right there in the picture. When Kels was getting out the Sprinter, you was right there in the video. So we know you know Robert. We know you know Kels. But then they turn around and say, well, Dana, we know you don't know Kels. Even though we seen you in the pictures coming out of court. But you jumped in that picture. So Kels don't know you. We seen other pictures you photoshopped that. Kels don't know you. But then you hear close friends say, they don't know Don like that. That Robert didn't authorize Don to do none of that. But then they get mad because the friends don't have nothing bad to say about me. But they got everything bad to say about Don. Y'all get it now? Y'all see the Ringling Brothers and R. Kelly circus that's going on? That's why I no longer pay attention to what people say. I don't. I let them watch me. I let them go and try to pick apart me. When the whole time they making themselves look stupid. Because once again, how can you do all these things for Robert, right? But then turn around and say you don't know him, nor do you be around him. So my question is, are you lying then or are you lying now? But I can't expect nothing different. This is the same person that went to court and said, this man is stalking me. I really don't know him. Then the daughter come around and say, well, my mom met him and they've been cool and tight and hanging out cool. You don't hang out with somebody that you don't know. I know I'm not. If somebody that I don't know just jump in a pic with me, it's going to be a problem. But I don't know him. But you met him through the person that you claim don't know him. Make that make sense? I get it. People do not have their own mind. They run with whatever's the biggest voice, whatever sounds slick at the time, that's what they run with. So I understand why their own guys say a lot of these people in here are stupid. That's all. I am not going to get on YouTube and say, I advocate for Robert Cecil Kelly. And then when it gets sticky, I don't know Robert Cecil Kelly. Then turn around and fart on camera and act like nothing happened. Where's the blogging etiquette? I can get on here and eat all day. But y'all never heard me fart on camera. It's a difference. You can turn eating into a show. You can't turn farting into a show. Even if you fart or get caught off guard, say excuse me. But goddamn, don't blow a hole in the chair and act like nothing ever happened. I mean, that sound like, ugh, that sound like it's stinking wet. Look, like what the hell? It was like you ate one too many cheeseburgers that had extra oily runny sauce running down the arm. You know, like when it's real good and you hold it up and the oil start dripping all around and coming around. That's what the hell it sound like. It sound like you shot it. You shit it and farted together. That's what it sound like. But at the end of the day, that's your chair, your channel, your life. DanaJay have nothing else to say about it. I have removed myself, and as of the 25th of August, I will be permanently removed. I do not have nothing in common with these people. Only thing I want is my bread. That's all I want. I just want my bread. That's all I want. I could have been mean and escalated that price. But for what? I just want what I put in. That's it. I don't want no extra. I don't want no lower. I want what I put in, and I want it that same day. And I want to get the hell on, and they get the hell on. And then everybody can enjoy their life. We don't ever have to speak again. Well, we not, but that's the way I'm putting it. No shock factor, no class or dignity. I agree. I wish I would be on Prima Donna Live and she let one of them go and don't say excuse me. I'll call her like, girl, go wash your underwear. Because that sound like it stink. It sound like it was wet. And it sound like it hurt. Damn. Jeez. My God. That's what it sound like. I mean, it sound like your colon was angry with your stomach. That's what it really sounded like. It sounded like her colon was angry with her stomach. Like them motherfuckers playing Marco Polo. I mean, god damn. I mean, I've did some wild stuff on live, but sheesh. That's an ugly situation.
You know what it is? I enjoy your video. Which one? Hey. I would say perception. Well, Gerald, well, you know how it is, man. I mean, when you...
Look, when you don't have nothing else, right? People do any and everything. They do any and everything. They talk about
You got outside, then you got the
Bozo have a personal relationship with the Savage's lawyer, Gerald Griggs. He knows all R. Kelly ops.
You know me. I ain't a hot guy, you know? So my question is, since you were talking to Kelly, when is he going to connect my clients with the
Boom!
acting like they really concerned? You don't think they concerned about they don't?
She got 8 people in the chat.
Sure. And you know me from CAU days. I'm listening. You know me from CAU days, and you know I don't cut no punches. Okay. I'm gonna say this. God front man. And that because I know your character. I know you. That's true. So So to see you line up with that, I said, ooh, you should know the truth to everything that's being said. Well, I'm gonna say this.
You know what I'm gonna say? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm such a nice guy. I want y'all to play stuff like that. I'm gonna tell you why I want y'all to play it. Cause while y'all trying to make me look bad, y'all making me look good. Y'all making me look good. I'm in court having a debate with the Savage's lawyer. Wait, which one of y'all motherfuckers did that? You're right. Dana's the mole. He don't know R. Kelly though. But yep, he the mole. Mm-hmm. Just the two of us. Yo, these people are stone cold crazy. Like, what would you do without me? I'm gonna show you just how good I am. I'm just a great guy. Watch this. What page is that on? Just Trash. One and only. I want y'all to understand just how well this is where you mess up at. Hold on, I'm about to show you how this works. Real quick. I've been looking for that. I needed that piece. I thank y'all. That's when you know you see people transferring. You see people transferring videos. Thank you. Needed that. Got it. That quick. Now, I'm gonna show you just how nice I am. Okay. Let me show you just how nice of a person I am. Because I'm just that nice of a person, okay? Let me show you. So from 0-23. Y'all make this so easy. Oh, Jesus. This is so easy. But like I told you, when you want to use me for malicious content or intent, you're going to pay for that. You're going to pay for that. Too late now. Hold on. Enter the title. Let's get some timestamps coming in. Let's see.
Yeah, but they posted on 1:30. Let's see what happens. That's what's up.
Let's get some timestamps coming in. Cause this is my original content. I'm filming it from my phone.
1:30. 1:30.
What lets me know that
Long time to see, brother.
Nothing much, man. We get kind of
Griggs, what's up, bro?
005. Five. Okay. $150. How dumb are you?
And the same thing I said to you on Twitter, but I'm gonna say it now.
Okay.
And the same thing I said to you on Twitter, but I'm gonna say it now.
Okay.
I'm surprised you even took that case. But that's not my, but that's not my fight. And you got your reasons, you got your whatever. I'm surprised you actually took that because I know your character. I know you.
Oh, you really went bold. Ooh, you really went bold. Ooh.
I'm back.
Y'all crazy as hell. Thank you. To 305. Y'all crazy. You don't give me something like this to play with. Oh my God. Oh my God. How stupid can you be? Certain things you're supposed to block out. My face appears at 302 as a photo. Damn! I'm gonna show all this. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Make sure it's 302. Nope. 251. At 251. And here I come, y'all. It's real quick. Real quick. No problem. Thank you. Okay. No problem. Just that quick. Dang. I'm not a robot. Thank you. Thank you. Don't spam me, brother. I don't want them problems. Don't spam me. Miss Bisbee, thank you. Nah, don't time them out. Block them. I'm gonna do one better. Still trying to figure out who Gregory Stubbs is. Yeah, right. Gregory Stubbs is Carrie Kelly, so they say. So they say, Prima. Carrie Kelly. Chris, what's up? What's going on? So that ends this, y'all. I'm about to go to my backup page. I got some stuff to laugh about and crack about. I don't know why she's trying to do this, but no, we're gonna do this here. Hold on, we're gonna do this here. I'm gonna show you just how nice I am. How I snatch stuff real quick and then send it to myself. And on top of that, I'm going to make this a live joint. Okay. I got it. Okay. I want y'all to see this. I'm going to show you just how stupid these people are. You know, Project Window Mouth always trying to act like she got something or knows something. So, let's give Project Window Mouth an introductory. One thing you would never be able to do is use my content against me. Never. You would never be able to use my content against me. Hold on. Okay. I'm gonna show y'all how to do it, y'all. You never let nobody have the authority or their power to try to do anything against you. Look. Out of a 20-minute and 40-second video, right? They only took 3 minutes and 6 seconds. Because they didn't want to show their friend in this as well. And y'all know who the friend is. But I want y'all to pay attention to this. Pay attention to this. And this shows you Just how pressed people are. Watch it all the way to the end.
Chris, what's up, bro?
Hey, brother. What's going on, man?
Long time to see you, bro.
Nothing much, man. You ain't got a late, ain't you?
Nah, I'm here.
What's it, man?
1:30. You lady. That's the first time you got here.
I talked to you first yesterday. You said it was around.
Yeah, they put it on 1:30.
See what happened.
That's what's up. I'm good, man. You know,
Enjoy your video.
holding on. You know what I'm saying? Fighting. Well, but you know how it is, man. I mean, and you got outside, you got outside, then you got the truth. So the truth just lines up. That's all. I ain't know how I got it all right. I ain't know how I got it, man.
So the question is, since you even talked to Mr. Kelly, when is he going to connect my clients with the work?
Or when your clients stop playing around and acting like they really concerned?
You don't think they're concerned about the work? Seriously.
And you know me from CAU days.
I'm listening.
You know me from CAU days, and you know I don't cut no punches.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this. God fuck, man. And the same thing I said to you on Twitter, but I'm gonna say it now.
Okay.
I'm surprised you even took that case. But that's not my, that's not my fight.
Mm-hmm.
And you got your reasons, you got your whatever. I'm surprised you actually took that because I know your character. I know you.
That's true. So you should know.
So to see you line up with that, I said, ooh.
You should know the truth to everything that's being said.
Well, I'm going to say this. From listening to them, then listening to everything else, then seeing what's going on, and then actually being there. But I mean, I know what's going on, and this is what I say. Once again, you got the Savage side, you got Rob's side. Yo, I'm back. If I'm not being stalked, then what do you call it? If my videos from my main page wasn't all copied down, and now people trying to use my content after they had my page struck, what do you call it? That's funny. How Just Trash have access to this lady's photos and videos. Make it make sense. She actually shared her links to her videos with Just Trash about me. But yet, their friend is saying I'm stalking them. You would never see nothing on none of my videos with them on it. Not unless I'm talking about them. But you would never see none of this. This is what I mean when I say I can't even call them the go along, get along gang no more. I need to call them the I eat ass slow crew. That's what it is. The I eat ass slow crew. But what she don't know is that she helped me out with a little situation I got going on. So I thank you. I'm going to play this again. And like I say, watch it all the way and watch how Judge Trash try to hide the messages. Here we go.
What's up, bro? Hey, bro. What's going on, man? Long time to see, bro. Nothing much, man. You ain't got a late, ain't you? Nah. I'm here. What is it, man? 1:30. 1:30. You ain't that's the first time you got here. I talked to you yesterday. You said it was your man. Yeah, they put us on 1:30. Okay. See what happens. That's what's up. I'm good, man. You know, enjoy your day, holding on, you know what I'm saying? Fighting.
That part right there made people upset when he said, I enjoyed your video. The video he talking about is when I went in on Tim Savage. If it wasn't true, Gerald Griggs would have had something to come back with. He didn't have nothing to come back with. Let's finish. The IEA slow crew, which rides the short bus. Right.
It's right, brother. You know what it is. I enjoy it. Hey. I would say it's true. I would say it's deception. Well, John, but you know how it is, man.
He said, I wouldn't say it was all true, but I would say them perceptions are damn near. Now, who's bold enough to walk into the belly of the beast, which is the courtroom or the courthouse, and hold a conversation with somebody that you know, enemy's lawyer, and they acknowledge that the work that you're doing is superb? Now, what kills me, and I'm going to keep it a buck, why didn't you play the part, and when I get my channel back, I'm going to play it. Or if anybody have this, the whole thing, please send it to me. Why didn't you get the part when Gerald Griggs linked on Sylvia? And he said, I know Dana. I know Dana going to record some shit, especially with me, to show people that he's going to go at anybody. He's always been like that. But then he turned around and said, but who are you? I didn't give you permission to record me, so please delete that. And she had to delete it. Make it make sense. It sounds like a parable of the Bible. When people was trying to rebuke the devil out of people. And the devil said, John I know, Jesus I know. But who are you? I don't know you. You don't have no power. Make it make sense. Let's finish.
And you got God, you got outside, then you got the truth. So the truth just lines up. That's all.
I've never wavered. I never did nothing like that. Oh, you want to spam? Get out of here. I've never wavered. I've never wavered. I've never, oh, Gerald, you right. No. And what do he do? Well, you right. Dana, you right.
I ain't a hard guy to run, right? I ain't a hard guy, man. So the question is, since you can talk to Mr. Kelly.
Okay, I stand corrected. He said Paul. Okay, thank you, Miss Taylor.
I don't like to connect my clients with the work.
Or when your clients stop playing around and acting like they really concerned?
You don't think they're concerned about the work? Seriously.
And you know me from CAU days.
I'm listening.
You know me from CAU days, and you know I don't cut no punches.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this. God fuck, man. And the same thing I said to you.
Wait, and to prove that this is my recording, look what pops up at the top. Look what pops up at the top. Look what pops up at the top as a drop down. So not only are you watching me, but you stealing my content, then trying to play my content, and then on top of that, you making sure you don't miss nothing I do. But you don't like me. If I don't like somebody, if I don't care about somebody, I'm not watching shit they do. I don't even like them. So when people send me their stuff, and you can ask anybody around me, I cringe. Because I don't want to watch it. So I tell people, if y'all feel as though y'all want to send it to me with a timestamp. And I'll take it from there. Let's finish.
And the same thing I said to you on Twitter, but I'm gonna say it now. Okay. I'm surprised you even took that case.
But that's not my, that's not my fight. And you got your reasons, you got your whatever. I'm surprised you actually took that because I know your character. I know you.
That's true. So you should know.
So to see you.
Yes, that is, Miss Queen Bee. That is a crime.
Line up with that, I said, ooh.
You should know the truth to everything that's being said.
Well, I'm going to say this. From listening to them, then listening to everything else.
Then saying what's going on.
Hey, Miss Belinda.
And then actually
being there. But I mean, I know what's going on. And this is what I say. Once again, you got the Savage side, you got Rob's side. Yo, I'm back.
Make it make sense. When I tell people I know certain stuff, and this just confirms that everything I said about them stealing my content and sharing it with one another in their network. Here it go right here. So I guess the fat fuck line now, huh? Make it make sense, man. Y'all have a good day. I'm about to get up out of here. Y'all be blessed. I seen all I need to see. I take it from here. It's about to be a barn burner. Just give it some time. Peace.